YURRRR. Reporting live from the 47 Nexus, it's your boy Desi47 back with another banger. Cause today we're talking about Demon Slayer Hinokami Chronicles 2, which is the second installment in this arena fighting tag team game. It is also made by the people who created the Ultimate Ninja Storm series, which is one of my favorite fighting games and is the blueprint for so many other anime games today. Luckily, I was able to pick this game up on a pretty good sale for my PS5 Pro due to it being on sale right now, at least until the 13th of August. But before you turn into Zenitsu trying to run full speed with your credit card trying to go buy it, let me help you decide if this game is even worth it in 2026, or if it's just another shameless cash grab by the developers, because you and I both know CEOs love to give us anime fans some corporate slop, and I'm looking at you, Jujutsu Kaisen, that one game we shouldn't talk about. I'll be going over the story, graphics, gameplay, and value to help determine if Hinokami Chronicles 2 is the game for you. So kick back, relax, grab some tasty snacks, and let's jump into this rapid fire review. First things first, we gotta talk about the story. If you're a Demon Slayer fan, this is easily one of the best animated video game adaptations I've played in recent years. Hinokami Chronicles 2 pick up with an entertainment district arc and takes you all the way through the Hashira training arc, with additional DLC characters expanding the experience even further. And if you ever played an Ultimate Ninja Storm game, then you already know what CyberConnect 2 is capable of. Their presentation, visuals, voice acting, and faithfulness to the source material are honestly in a league of their own. And this game continues that tradition. From the opening moments, it feels like you're playing an anime instead of just watching it. The cutscenes are absolutely gorgeous, the boss battles are packed with cinematic flair, and everything flows together so well. There were multiple moments where I caught myself saying, they definitely cooked with this one. Outside of the major battles, the game slows things down just enough to let you explore places like the Swordsmith's Village. You'll interact with characters, do a bit of light platforming, and collect optional items that reward longtime fans with extra lore, while giving newcomers a better understanding of the world and its characters. You'll also find optional side quests between the main story missions. They aren't anything groundbreaking, but they do a good job of breaking up the pacing and giving you something else to do before jumping into the next big fight. One thing that genuinely surprised me was a section where the gameplay becomes something like Dynasty Warriors, throwing waves and enemies at you instead of the usual 1v1 encounters. I honestly wasn't expecting that, and it added just enough variety to keep things feeling fresh between chapters. As someone who read the entire manga, I already knew it was coming, but that didn't stop the game from delivering some of the series' biggest moments, whether it's Tengen, Tanjiro, Zenitsu, and Inosuke taking on the upper-ranked demons, or the quieter emotional scenes that remind you what's at stake. The game captures both the action and the heart of Demon Slayer, and when you pair those moments with the incredible soundtrack and strong voice performances, yeah, they definitely showed us fans some love this time around. Now, if you already watched the anime, don't expect any major surprises. You're mostly reliving events you already know instead of experiencing a brand new story, but honestly, that's exactly what this game sets out to do. It lets you step into some of the most iconic moments in the series and experience them for yourself, and for the most part, it absolutely succeeds. In regards to the story, I definitely give it an 8 out of 10. Now let's talk about the gameplay and the graphics, because at the end of the day, a fighting game can have all the flashy cutscenes in the world, but if the combat isn't fun, none of that really matters. Thankfully, Hinokami Chronicles 2 delivers. If you play the first Hinokami Chronicles, jumping into the sequel feels almost second nature. The core combat is still familiar, but CyberConnect 2 made enough improvements to make everything feel a bit more polished. Movement feels smoother, combos connect more naturally, and the new mechanics add some extra depth without making the game feel overwhelming for new players. It's one of those sequels that doesn't try to reinvent the wheel. Instead, it takes what already worked and builds on it. One of my favorite new additions has to be the dual ultimates. Pulling one of these off with the right characters is pure fan service in the best way possible. The animations are absolutely gorgeous, they hit like a truck, and every time I landed one, I was like, I would hate to be on the other side of that. And speaking of gorgeous, we have to talk about the graphics. CyberConnect 2 continues to show why they're so good at bringing anime to life in video game form. The character models look fantastic, the environments are packed with detail, and the special attacks are straight up eye candy. Some of these ultimate arcs and boss fights had me sitting there like, bro, am I playing a video game or am I watching another episode of Demon Slayer? Which I definitely don't mind. The visuals definitely make it easier to enjoy how the characters have different strengths and weaknesses, so you'll have to adjust how you approach each fight. Now don't get it twisted, you can definitely button mash against the computer and get away with it for a while, but once you step online, that is a completely different story. You'll quickly realize that timing, movement, assist, and knowing when to use your resources matter a lot more than randomly pressing square and hoping for the best. And trust me, I tried that strategy and I ended up looking like Gohan when he fought the androids, and we both know how that went. I do have a couple of complaints though. The camera can occasionally get a little awkward, especially when you're fighting near walls or in tighter areas. And while the combat is fun, longtime arena fighter fans might eventually find some matches becoming repetitive after extended play sessions, but I don't see that happening for me anytime soon, especially when the game offers you so many characters with different play styles to pick and choose from. Outside of the story, there is also a solid variety of game modes to keep you busy. You got versus mode if you want to just throw hands with your friends or the CPU, training mode to practice combos and learn new characters, and survival mode for when you want to see how long you can last. There's also training pass, which I won't spoil here, but it's a nice addition that gives you another reason to keep playing after you finish the main story. It's not the biggest collection of game modes I've ever seen in a fighting game, but there's enough here to keep you entertained whether you're trying to improve or you're playing casually or just recreating your favorite anime matchups. I find myself bouncing between survival and versus because sometimes you don't want to sit through cutscenes. You just want to pick your favorite Hashira and start setting your heart ablaze, you know? And honestly, the more content, the better. I'm never going to complain about having more things to do, especially when games these days love to nickel and dime us for every little piece of content. So overall, the gameplay, visuals, and value come together really well. It's flashy, it's satisfying, and most importantly, it's fun. Even when I got absolutely cooked online, I still found myself wanting to run it back just one more time. So I give the gameplay, graphics, and the replay value of this game an 8 out of 10. And with all that being said, it's time to wrap things up and give Demon Slayer Hinokami Chronicles 2 its final score. For me, I'm giving this game an 8 out of 10. I think CyberConnect 2 did a great job building on what made the first game enjoyable, while giving us more story, more characters, more content, and some absolutely ridiculous anime moments. It's not a perfect game, and there are definitely some areas where I think it could have done more, but if you're a Demon Slayer fan, I think there's a lot here to enjoy. But that's going to do it for me, y'all. I just want to take a moment to say thank you to everybody who's been watching my videos, supporting the channel, dropping comments, liking the videos, or even just stopping by. Seriously, it means more to me than you probably realize. And to whoever is watching this right now, and if you're going through a lot, whether it's something you're comfortable talking about or something you're dealing with quietly, I just want you to know that I'm praying for you. Whatever you're going through, I hope things get better for you, and I hope you remember that whatever storm you're in right now, it won't last forever. And with that being said, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you like, subscribe, and comment down below who's your favorite Hashira. I gotta know. This is Desi47 signing out from the 47 Nexus. Stay safe, stay blessed, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.